even after my surgery, is if I sit in a chair too long.
Mhm.
I don't have any problem.
And my low back just keeps going out. I
I
go to
had
the chiropractor, and
L4 and 5
that's me.
replaced.
Oh, you had to replace?
I have a cadaver bone.
Oh, yeah.
My kids have seen it.
Was it successful? The surgery was successful? Lucky you. As an attorney, I do personal injury work, and a lot of people do not have successful low back surgery. So you're lucky. So I'm trying not to have surgery, but my L5, L4, and my sacrum,
S1.
that's one, and the sacrum are bad.
That's usually what's bad.
And so like the tip of my spine.
I think you got your choice of chairs.
It's just so painful. Everything, I mean, MRIs and everything.
Good, how are you?
What's wrong with it?
But it'll hurt like, all get out. Like you said, sitting. And I swear to God, I sleep wrong or something. When I wake up, I'm hurting. Can't walk. So let me ask you this. On this one
I
here.
know, that's what I was looking at too.
Yeah, so what does that mean? Because that means that they not use that scanner? Because there aren't that many.
Oh, no.
They
That's what
said they
I
could use
had a
it.
question about that one too.
Okay. What does that say? You have lost track of a.
They may have lost track
What's that word?
between two
Between,
and
oh,
three.
okay.
Between 2 and 3.
So that's an hour. So they lost track somewhere. Okay.
But it says the tape says 253.
Like only one.
We are live.
One ballot off.
We are
But the
live.
numbers match, right? Well, not right now.
Still got 2 minutes.
Yeah.
31.
Oh, yeah, we're just waiting, that's all.
There's a couple in here where
Oh, Lord.
the numbers are right.
I hope not.
Just by one.
What you got planned this weekend? Y'all know what's coming again next weekend, too.
You're
What's
kidding.
coming
Big
next?
time.
What's coming?
Better chance of snow and ice for us.
You're kidding.
Again?
Yes. 3rd weekend in a row.
Oh, I love global warming. It makes everything run snow.
Now, they changed it. It's not global warming anymore. It's climate change.
Oh, see, I moved to Florida in 75 when we had global freezing, and we were gonna have another ice age. Remember that in 75?
I will say this.
And I lived in New Jersey, and it snowed.
I will say this. I don't know what's happened. Weather patterns have changed. It doesn't get as cold here in Macon as it used to. We used to have snow all the time. It rarely gets snow here. Valdosta has now become part of Florida as far as insurance agency, insurance business and underwriting is concerned because they've had 2 major hurricanes in the last 2 years.
Well, when I grew up in New Jersey, we had really bad snow, and then for a while, they didn't have bad snow.
So I'm not sure if it's man-made or who made, but I do my part.
I think it's those things in the sky that, what is it, the contrails?
Oh, the contrails? Oh, I thought that came from airplanes.
Well, that's what they keep telling us.
Yeah, I know.
They, in some states, I think 30 states, they've outlawed them.
I don't believe contrails are gonna kill me. I hope that's not, I don't have seen the obituary yet, it's just made out of contrails.
Well, they had that weird pink fog. Did you see that?
It's
3 o'clock. That's
3
fine.
o'clock.
3 o'clock.
3 o'clock.
We're gonna need to call this, Macon-Bibb County Board of Elections special board meeting to order on January 23rd, 2026 at 3 o'clock PM. We have, board, we only have one session of 2 minutes. Do we have anybody that needs a comment section?
I have a comment. or
Comment?
actually
2 minutes.
comments. First of all, I was poll working at Howard 5, and we turned away 1.5 times as many people as voted. So people, 35 people voted. That was disappointing that we had so many people that showed up and didn't understand. But I have to say, they were all well behaved. Nobody berated the employees or the poll workers, so everybody did a good job with that. I do want to say that one of the touch screens that we opened had water in it.
The what?
It had water in it when
What-
we opened.
What had water in it?
Touch
The
screen.
screen case. So just putting that out there. It did not malfunction, it was recorded. We finished the whole election without a problem. Of course, with only 35 voters, we didn't have a whole lot of problem directing people in the right place, but I did want to mention that.
Mr. President, Chairman, this has been discussed, as you know, they did redistricting after the last census. And a lot of people hadn't voted since then. And a lot of people that thought they were in this district, and able to vote for this particular candidate, have been moved out of that district. And people say they aren't notified, but they are, as you and I well know. And it goes back to what Chairman Commissioner Lucas was speaking of, was we get those white cards and that's all we get when you change precincts or move something. And I'm not know the answer to it, but it probably is a problem of notification, because we have had to change several things recently, which was for the census, if I'm not mistaken. How long was the census, in 24?
Well, it's in 2020. We got the results the next year.
21, and in
Yeah.
22, we changed everything. And so we've been changing these, glad you can make it. We've been changing these precincts, and people have moved in different areas and they still don't know it. And now we're changing precincts, and all they're gonna get is that white card in the mail. I don't know what we can do to make it, people understand that they need to know where they're voting before they vote. Is that, Barbara? I don't know.
I tried to vote because I didn't realize I wasn't in John
Right.
Kennedy's district, because I always thought I was in his district, right?
You probably were.
I don't know. But anyway, I had a couple friends that did the same thing. They said they thought they were in the district. They went to vote and they weren't in the district. And they tried to look at the map. The problem is, it's really hard to read that map to see where the cutoff is, because it's so, in Bibb County, it's like really strange. We need a better map online so people can see where the roads are.
Can you go to the Secretary of State's website? They have all that information on the MVP page. I don't have a picture of the map, but I know on the MVP page, you can simply put in your first initial, your last name, and your date of birth, and it'll tell you exactly who you need to.
Right, that's what I told them. I said to do that, but they all look at the map and the map doesn't have all the streets in it. So it was hard to tell. They were saying the
Well, as you
cutoff.
know, the map is not done by us, it's done by
Right,
the state legislator, and we've had them go through apartment complexes, where one apartment complex on one side of the, was in one district, and one apartment was on the other.
That's true.
And we had a problem, remember we had a
Buildings,
problem?
buildings within the same complex.
And buildings within the
Yeah.
same complex
There
are in
was a census
different
block.
apartment.
Really?
And so it is,
We had a
you can't
election
figure,
place.
it's hard to figure out. There is, what's the people down here?
The regional commission.
The regional commission does the maps. And they have them down the street here if you want to go see them.
yeah, the maps were bad. I mean, but can you go to our page and put in the initials and, or the name and find out where?
It's the
You have to go
You
to
have to go to the MVP page,
Right.
the Secretary of State's page.
Right, the
You can't do it
secretary, you
online.
can't do it on our
You can put in
page.
your address.
How far?
You can put in your address and it'll tell you the polling place.
On our page, on our site. Okay.
But
I haven't looked at it, but yeah, a friend of mine was trying to vote and didn't
Is there a
understand.
link to the MVP page on our page?
yes.
Okay,
So if you
good.
go to, they can go to our page, go to the MVP page, and
I'll tell them to do that.
and as a matter of fact, I had a lot of people that would call, and I would just say, what's your first name, last name, initial, date of birth, and look it up.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if they could do that or not, because they were telling me they were looking at the map and I was like,
Don't look at the map.
The map's not,
Some of the lines go through houses.
so what?
Some of the lines will go through a house.
Right.
This side of the house is in this district. This side of the house is in this other district.
Okay.
You think we're kidding?
So I just say, it's just,
I've had them.
it's typical, isn't it?
I've on one occasion had a question in the same house. There was two people living in the same house. One was in one district, one was in the other on the
Correct.
card.
That's true.
Same household.
No,
Yes.
Yes. my district.
Because it went through the middle of the house.
Yeah, and they had two
Usually we
different,
try to figure out where the bedroom is. And where the bedroom is, where you're sleeping is what your district.
If there's a man cave or a she cave, then we divide it up that way.
Point of order, let's get back to.
Whatever.
All right, where are we, Mr. Chairman?
anyway.
2 minutes.
Anyone else have any comments?
Thank you.
Okay. First order of business is pre-certification of the election that was held last week on January 20th for the Senate District 18. What do we have to do for that?
Do we have something to sign?
I don't think you have to take any actions, just, the materials, the condensed materials are there in front of you, if you have any questions.
We have to sign.
I got a couple of questions.
Nothing to sign until certification, and I need to print out the certification part of that.
On the Howard 3 sheet, what was the final determination on the lost ballot?
Looks like two people may have walked over, taken their home souvenirs. It doesn't happen often, and especially, we have, the manager there has been there for quite a while, either as manager or assistant manager.
Spoil one ballot in process.
So,
Did they ever have any determination of where it went or if there was anything that
here's
could?
how they got taken home souvenirs, the voter.
But
Thinks that
the
voting
voter,
on B and D is voting.
the voter that was involved, I mean,
There's no way to know.
Nowhere to know.
that's one of the reasons I was
And
wondering.
nobody said anything. Hey, my vote didn't count.
That's what my question was coming. Did the vote count or was it?
If they took it with them.
This was
They
Howard
didn't because they
3.
never
They took
scanned
it.
it.
Yeah, they took the
got printed
ballot.
out and the
They
voter.
never voted.
So we need to make sure that the
That's
staff.
right. Mhm.
Wasn't a case of two
You know,
ballots.
some people
being printed
actually, I gotta be honest, some elderly people will take that and think they voted once they had the machine and walk out with that
Piece of
piece of
paper.
paper because they just think it's a souvenir.
Yeah, we try to educate them on that.
Right. Yeah, I remember some people hadn't voted since, a lot of people voted that hadn't voted, if they haven't voted since 20, which is possible, they hadn't seen these machines.
So it just doesn't count because it's
So
not
the
scanned.
Which one
lost-
was that, Howard 3?
Howard 3, the lost ballot, what I was concerned about, what happened to it?
So the person probably took it
A
with them
ballot.
Yeah.
because they didn't put it in the machine. Because the machine didn't count it.
353 counter was 354. Well, why are the numbers 631 and 629?
Because that's at the end and the tape encounter, I think, is earlier.
So there was only one missing, actually.
It says only one.
Okay. Somebody probably walked out with it.
You would think maybe someone at the door would see them with the ballot in their hand.
But if they
Could
folded
the,
it,
could the printer have printed two ballots by mistake?
It's not like that.
it's not, I was
thing.
gonna say,
I've
because you're
never
only
seen one that was print
print
twice.
two. Because you,
Somebody just didn't scan their ballot. And
Well, usually everybody's watching you, you know,
Right.
when you come out there, they direct you to put your ballot in the thing, so that seems unlikely to me.
well, no, sometimes people
I think
have
so.
the.
They stick them in
the
their
sample-
pocket, they wouldn't
yeah,
ever
stick it-
realize they
yeah,
had it.
They have their sample ballot with them
Yeah.
of what they're using to remember what to vote by. So it just wasn't scanned.
Seems odd.
That's the first time I've seen that. Just totally lost. Waiting on.
wait on him to come up.
He's gone, I think, to print for the certification, but I think we can move on to item
Yeah, we can
two.
move on to.
But then Hazard 4 has a problem too. It says spoiled one ballot in process shows additional two ballots
And
spoiled.
then a certificate.
The spoil part I can understand, but just to lose it, that's the part I was concerned about.
So what does that
Sign
mean?
this.
As soon as you vote to certify.
Does anybody know what that means on Hazard 4?
Hazard 4.
Saying that spoiled one ballot in process shows additional two ballots spoiled, but were not actually printed. What does that mean? How do you have spoiled ballots that weren't printed?
the printer decided it wasn't gonna print them out, and so the touch screen records that it sent the information to the printer, and so it considers it about got printed. The printer disagreed. And so the number would be higher on the touch screen than should have been.
Which one is this?
Hazard 4.
Hazard 4.
So the counts say 658 total ballots issued, 659 on the scanner, but they're talking about 2 ballots, so that's only 1 ballot. I don't understand the count. You see what I'm saying?
There were 2 scanners, one at 331, one at 328, which is 559.
600.
659, and they had 1 spoiled, which is 658.
But 2 were not actually printed.
I don't,
Spoiled 1 ballot. In process, show additional 2 ballots spoiled, but were not actually printed.
so that number should be 1 instead of,
It is 1.
yeah, but we're just trying to figure out why they put additional 2.
Were not printed, so wouldn't that be on the counter that there were 2 actual votes that weren't printed and cast? So only those were
comment.
cast, but the other ones were, well, that doesn't make any sense to me.
Do you have this time? Do you want to look at it?
They're showing one difference here, but they're showing
Putting
2 down
right there,
there.
so the comment itself is,
It says showing those additional
it's
2
saying
ballots.
1.
It's only showing 1
One
here.
right
but
here.
It's
Right.
saying here
So
there's
you
2 ballots
casted
involved.
a ballot,
Show additional 2 ballots.
and the printer's not printing it, cast it again, it's not printing it. But then you have 1 spoiled ballot, but then there's 2 ballots that were actually
But it says in
cast,
process, show additional 2 ballots.
But not
spoiled.
printed.
but not printed.
Spoiled, but not printed.
Printed.
Well, not
So it's a
spoiled, they're
zero
not
now.
printed, it's not, it doesn't say spoiled, 1 was spoiled.
I just gave mine a 20.
So what does it mean that 1 was spoiled?
It could be either that they made the wrong choice, it printed out and they decided, oh, I didn't mean to vote for this person, I meant to vote for that person. So
Mark
that
incorrectly.
particular piece of paper will be spoiled and put aside and not scanned. And they can go through and encode another card and let them vote again. And so the touch screen will show 1 more than the scanner would in that case.
Right, so that, but there's actually 3, because the
No.
scanner showing that 2 were not printed. So the scanner would have shown actually 3, not scanner, the voting machine would have showed 3 attempts to vote and only 1 printed, but it was spoiled. Right? Is that what I'm reading? So somebody voted, some people voted 3 times, 2 times,
It could have
It
been 3
didn't
different
print.
individuals too.
and then the third, and then there's a third one that actually
Right.
printed but was not
Right, chances are it was like
cast.
3 different individuals.
It's wasn't 1 person, it was, could have been 3 or 4, 3 different people.
Well, I remember when I went to look at the polling place in the last election, somebody was trying to vote and it wouldn't print. And they tried like 3 or 4 times to vote on the voting machine to vote, and it didn't print. So it would have shown like whatever, how many times they attempted to vote.
Potentially, yes.
Does this signify some kind of equipment problem that we're going to see more of?
Occasionally, the printer will be the problem if there is a problem. And if you don't set the printer correct, fix the printer correctly, the BMD, the touchscreen, will record that, oh, I've printed a ballot. And when one never got
I
actually.
mean, it sounds like we need to give a particular look to the equipment that was at Hazard 4. And I would say also at Howard 5, if there was water in one
Right,
of those devices. And I know that time is very short.
All the equipment that will be used for the runoff and any subsequent election gets tested each time.
Okay.
Okay, that's what I was kind of concerned about, because we got this election coming up. If something's going on with these things, I know my printer When it doesn't work, it really causes a problem, so.
Still orders.
I mean, hopefully it's not cyan ink in this case, but
It's magenta.
Yeah, we don't
Mr.
have,
Chairman, I make a motion to certify the election, special election for State Senate District 18 that was conducted on January the 20th.
Second.
Pre-certification or certification?
What is the pre-certification?
You don't have to vote on pre-certification, that's just the process of doing what we're doing.
I got you, okay. Then we'll go with the motion as stated. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Then the certification has been approved.
No.
Okay. The call for the special election of County Commission District 5.
Right, the county commission, made the official call this past Tuesday over here.
Okay.
And we just rubber stamp that.
Well, I mean, to be clear, it's called when we vote to do it and then it's published in the paper. But they did pass a resolution that we have the election March 17 with qualifying, you know, the days. Is it 9 through 11 or 11?
Yeah,
And so now you all will vote to call. And I think, Tom, you already got the publishing set up. They're just waiting for the go-ahead.
correct.
So,
I move that we call the special election for County Commission District 5 for March 17th.
Second.
any discussion? If not, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed, like sign? Special election for March 17th will be set on that date. Qualifying fees for local offices for 2026.
The commission again set all that, and we just will publish it. So I don't think there's anything.
So there's nothing for
y'all
us.
need to- No action y'all need to take.
We don't.
Any other business for this meeting?
Just a couple of questions about the runoff coming up here. So could Mr. Gillen confirm the date of that runoff?
That's what I wanted to ask. I'm glad you asked that.
The runoff will be February the 17th,
Okay, 17th.
with early voting taking place the Monday through Friday before that.
So that would be the 9th through the 13th.
Yes.
So the 9th through the 13th is early voting?
Right.
And what about absentees?
As soon as we get the ballots in, they send us the proving package today. I send it comes in kind of two stages. The first stage they sent to me. As soon as we get the absentee ballots in, we can.
Can I ask a question? We have an automatic for certain people, certain ages, am I correct?
Right. The elderly, if you mark either elderly or disabled, you.
Okay, otherwise,
But special elections are always separate creatures.
okay, that's what I want to know. So in this special election, even if you voted absentee before, you're not going to get an absentee ballot unless you go back online and request it or call the office.
Right. For the runoff, I believe you're automatically.
That was my question.
Yes.
So if you got one, if you voted on January 20th by absentee, you'll get another absentee ballot automatically.
That's my understanding, yes.
I think we need to know.
Yeah.
And it's open now, if you want an absentee ballot, can you go online and request
You
it
can
now?
apply one. for that.
You can apply for one now, and then you'll send out the applications in the mail. Is that how it works? But what I'd like to find out as soon as we can is that if you voted by absentee in the prior election, if you're going to automatically get an absentee ballot, or is it just everybody is disabled?
That's why it's confusing.
Oh, that's what I was.
Does that make any sense? Am I making any
It's
sense?
because there's 28 days.
Anybody?
I don't know the answer.
I'll confirm that.
Yeah, I just want to know if people have to go, if everybody wants to vote by absentee ballot, do they have to go back in and reapply for an application? Or if you voted by absentee in the prior election in January 20th, are you going to automatically get your absentee ballot?
I have no idea.
I believe you're automatically re-enrolled for that.
If you put it on if you marked it, or is it forever automatic?
Anyone who applied for an absentee ballot.
Okay, let's make sure of that.
Mr. Chairman, what are the locations for early voting in the runoff here?
Right now, for the runoff, it's still gonna be our office. We can look at the other options, but we're using such a time crunch to get the machines ready even for one location.
I understand that, but this office remains deficient
Difficult.
as a
Very.
location.
Right.
And so I think we do need to get at least one other location.
Either Lucas or Theranos.
So
Yes,
people
and I-
can walk straight in.
I would also point out that my understanding is that Monroe County is doing a day of Saturday voting
Mhm.
on the 7th of February. And I know that there's a lot going on, but running elections is also what we do. And I would like to
Right.
see at least that one Saturday.
We will look at that.
Mr. Chairman, I move that we have a day of Saturday voting on February 7th.
Have a motion, a second?
I'll second.
Any discussion or any further?
Yeah, I do like to discuss it for a second. All right, so early voting is when, Tom?
The
February
9th
9th through
through the
13th.
13th. So early voting,
Qualifying on the 9th through the 11th.
wait, qualifying,
March.
wait, no. Let's talk about, I'm talking about on the special election.
Right.
Yeah.
Early voting is the 9th through the 13th,
13th.
am I correct?
Correct.
Right.
Okay, so if it's the 9th through the 13th, when would you have early voting? I mean, Saturday. You can't have it the 14th, can you?
It always has to end the Friday before the election, so the 6th would be the only Saturday,
7th.
7th.
7th, sorry.
Mhm. So that's what they're doing, is having the 7th, right, for their Saturday.
By law, it has to start no later than the 9th. It's up to the counties to determine whether they could do anything earlier than that.
Mhm.
Okay, I'd really like to know if there's any way we can do
The 7th.
Elaine Lucas or Theron Usher because of the walk for early voters. Any way for us to find that out as soon as we can?
I will reach out to Robert Walker and find out if they are available.
Okay.
But
All right,
barring having them available, we're still looking at, we need to have one Saturday.
Right, and that is the motion before us.
For us right now, it's the
So, that's the
Saturday,
motion.
is the motion for the 7th.
okay. All right,
It's been motioned and second.
There is a limiting factor as to when we get the project package. That is out of our hands. So if we can, Tex and I will look at that, but I can't guarantee it.
guaranteed that we can get one of the early voting places.
All right.
Saturday voting.
Saturday voting on the 7th is what's on the table.
Okay, I know, but worst case scenario, we have Saturday voting here.
I think that's not what he's saying.
Worst case scenario, is we can't get it ready until Monday because.
Oh, I see what you're saying. You might not be able to do Saturday because we can't have it ready by the 7th.
Right.
Okay.
That's not something I can predict right now until we get the project in our hands.
How soon will you know that?
How can we handle that?
I know that's coming,
We hardly can vote on an unknown.
right.
We can certainly vote on a contingency.
Well, that's true.
I'm willing to amend my motion to
Please amend your
make a
vote
contingent on receiving the necessary materials.
on time.
Yes,
Okay?
You amend there,
You amend it voluntarily?
yeah, but there's no objection to that.
the
No,
second still stands.
Second still stands.
All right, let's, vote on the, contingency of having early voting, Saturday, February the 7th. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed?
Okay.
So the Saturday prior to, if we have location and equipment, then we'll have it on the 7th.
Okay.
Anything on the special call meeting for February 12th?
One more question.
Question.
I also want to make this clear. If you did not vote in the election on the 20th, you are still eligible to vote in the runoff.
Anyone who's in Senate 18 can vote in the
Yes.
runoff.
That's what I meant. Any registered voter, even if they didn't vote in the runoff,
Right.
can vote Didn't vote in the election, can't vote in the runoff.
Right.
Just want to make sure.
Okay.
I'm really slow. I have to take things very slow.
Back to the question on the
For the,
call meeting on Thursday.
12th, that is to get final approval to moving Vineville to Vineville Methodist Church. Just so that we have
Precinct.
everything done
Precinct location.
right.
Okay.
We can also have you vote on the.
And then we're gonna have to have another one.
February
Next week.
12th, is that what you're saying? February 12th, we're having a meeting.
A special
Right.
town
Okay.
meeting,
It
yes.
can be,
And we'll have to have one next week to certify the election.
well,
Do we get paid more?
No,
so we don't have, y'all don't have to meet Monday to certify because you're doing it.
Today.
Right.
Because we don't have any provisionals to wait for until 5:30.
So the 12th will be the next date of special call
We're
meeting.
going to be meeting a couple of times next month.
It seems that way. Do I have a motion to?
Mr. Chairman, before we get out of here, and I want to get out of here, but I have a question about the March 17th special election. So the qualifying period for that is the 9th through the 11th,
Right, it's noon on the 9th through end of day on the 11th.
which makes early voting rather difficult.
right, in the same
And
building.
I mean, obviously, it's not going to happen before the 11th, so that leaves,
One day.
One day.
yeah.
And you don't even get your ballots. It takes
You
weeks.
know, early voting for March, the March election is February 23rd.
How do we have early voting before qualifying? How do we know what to vote on?
Qualifying
Early
is,
voting is for the February election.
the qualifying for the March election is February, whatever through what.
Okay, okay, okay.
And so that's,
Okay.
so I knew y'all were talking two different
Okay, yeah. Okay,
languages for a
good, good.
second.
We have the 23rd to get all the project done. and
Okay.
everything, so.
Okay.
What time on the 12th is our meeting for? Huh?
And
They
there's
usually call
no,
us.
nothing that says what time it has to be. So for it's the traditional time, but that's up to y'all.
I was just gonna put it on my calendar, that's why I wanted,
You were trying to negotiate.
no, I just wanted to know what time to put on my calendar.
What would be the timing on that?
I think that's up to you, Mr. Chairman.
It's up to the.
3 to
As far as I'm concerned, 4 o'clock is our normal meeting time. Is that all right with everybody?
What time?
4 o'clock,
4 o'clock, okay, I just need to know to put it on here, sorry.
okay. Anything else?
February 12th, right?
Yes.
Not March.
Anything from the legal side of town?
That's right, February.
Make sure I put
No, sir, I'm sorry. We were negotiating the
the
dates
dates
here.
and the time.
All right, I'll entertain a motion for adjourn.
Move to adjourn.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Aye, we are adjourned.
All right. Y'all be safe this weekend
You too.
and next.
So, I'm trying to get unconfused. The mic makes me more confused.
All right, all right.
There we go.
Mike's a good
How you
guy.
doing, William?
I'm very good. How are you?
So far, so good.